Hello, Spokane business community. Mark Pond here at the Spokane Public Library, and today what we're going to tackle is taking a look at AtoZ Databases and the functionality there that you have access to in terms of pulling together lists of households and consumers. So we've already put together a couple different videos on how to set up your customized geographic region within AtoZ, which you're welcome to take a look at. Also, we've looked at how to pull together lists of businesses, but for today, let's look at the household side of things. So to get to AtoZ, step number one and your easiest route is to just go to SpokaneBusiness.org, come down here, click on the Spokane Public Library link. If you're doing this outside the library, it will ask you for a library card number. If you don't already have that, just let me know and we can figure out a solution for you there. So once we're into AtoZ, if we come over here under the Find a Person tab, then generally the approach for pulling together a list is to go to this advanced search link, and then from here you can throw as many or as few of these filters that run down the left hand side of the page as you want. So for the sake of this example though, let's just keep it pretty straightforward in terms of setting up our geographic region. So we'll just look at the county. So just know again though that you can select multiple regions all at once, so you're not limited to just looking at one particular region at one time. Alright, so we've got Spokane County consumers and households that we're looking at now. One filter that gets used a lot is either this age and or gender. So we could say, alright, how about we look at those folks that are 26 to 49. You can narrow those ranges down or come up with your own customized ranges, but then we could limit it by gender should we want to, but for the sake of this example we'll just skip that for now. I will click this head of household filter though and say select head of the household only, so that what that does is it limits the search results to just one name per address, so you don't get Jim and Jane Smith at the same address. So from there, other filters that you can throw in there in terms of the household information, but really the meat of this is here under this interests and hobbies and lifestyles. And AtoZ, they don't have just the exact bullseye for every possible and conceivable search out there, but it does cover a lot of parameters. So let's say that maybe you have a landscaping company and you're looking for folks that might be snowbirds and might need somebody to look after their place and plow the snow and such while they're gone. So what you could do in that particular instance, let's come down here under travel, and we could say folks that are interested in RV travel. We run our search, and here in Spokane County in those age ranges that we've looked at, so here are 3,383 households that fit that description. So in terms of how AtoZ pulls this together, that comes from a number of different sources. So partly might be motor vehicle registrations, it might also be online interests, it might also be magazine subscriptions, so any number of different data feeds that kind of get pulled in here. So from here, a couple of things, you can download these lists, and I'll pull together a separate video showing you how to do that, so know that you can get to that and be able to save this information. So this does get used quite a bit, partly for just estimating the size of a particular market that might be here in town. Also, if we come here to this map option, this does get used a fair amount for site location types of questions. So if you're thinking of opening up an RV repair shop, well, it looks like, if we zoom in here on the map, that the bulk of the RV folks here in town are on the north side. That's really handy to know if you're trying to figure out where to place your business so that you'll be in close proximity to those that you're trying to serve. So that, coming back here to the list of results, that's the bulk of how you would go about pulling together lists of individual consumers and households scattered across the nation. So I hope that gets you pointed in the right direction, but if you do have any further questions, please be in touch.